Hi, this is Jeff Salzenstein, former top 100 ATP singles and doubles player, Stanford All-American, and national champion. Now, I have a confession to make about how I absolutely sabotaged my tennis results because of what and when I was eating during professional tournaments. And it's not what you may be thinking. I actually wasn't eating junk food that was throwing me off of my game. Truth be told, I've only shared this story with a few people that I'm very close to. And even when I tell them this story, I feel more than a little embarrassed. But before I tell you how I completely sabotaged my results at the 2005 Nasdaq Open, also known as the Miami Masters, one of the largest and most prestigious tournaments in the world, you need to know something else first to truly understand this painful story I'm about to tell you. You see, one of the characteristics that has allowed me to be successful as a competitor at all levels of tennis has been my willingness to learn and to experiment with new things to get better. This relentless curiosity to question traditional tennis methods, as well as off-court training in the areas of fitness, mental toughness, and nutrition, has helped me become an accomplished player and coach, able to help players at all levels and ages elevate their games instantly. You could say that I'm hardwired to uncover the truth when other players and coaches just accept the mainstream tips and strategies that have always been regurgitated year after year. I'm just not built to follow the herd. But with my insatiable curiosity and willingness to explore and learn new methods comes a dark side. A side that has resulted in a lot of pain and frustration for me that almost no one has seen or felt because I'm very private about who I share my struggles with. I can tell you that when you experiment with new methods and question the traditional way of doing things, you often feel alone and confused, creating doubt that you'll ever find the answers that you're looking for, especially when you don't get the results that you want. In my case, one of the single biggest reasons that I didn't have a better career and break into the top 50 in the world was that I tinkered too much with my game and with my training. And many times I was tinkering in the biggest tournaments in the world. I know, not very smart to mess around with new training methods and strategies in the middle of big tournaments. There's no doubt in my mind that focusing on these new concepts prevented me from winning more matches. I simply took my eye off the prize because I was more interested in uncovering the truth about my game and my training than winning. Call me crazy, but winning, achieving a higher ranking, and making more prize money didn't excite me as much as trying new things and learning. This, of course, is a blessing and a curse. But today, I have to come clean because you need to know this information. So let me take you back to 2005. I'm 31 years old and had just broken into the top 100 in the world the previous year. My ranking had slipped a little and I was trying to get back into the coveted top 100 again. I felt like if I didn't make a move back up the rankings, I'd stagnate and my career would be in jeopardy. I also had a dream that I could play for several more years on the tour well into my 30s if I continued to unlock the best methods about how I could take care of my body by incorporating injury prevention, fitness, and nutrition strategies that would facilitate recovery and rejuvenation. A few months prior to the Nasdaq Open in 2005, I stumbled across a new diet routine that promised improved fitness levels and performance by changing when and how much to eat each day. I even did a private one-on-one phone consultation with the heralded creator of this diet where I paid big bucks to learn this unique eating philosophy. The idea of this diet routine was that if you ate the bulk of your calories at night during dinner and consumed less food during the day, you would get leaner, feel better, have more endurance, gain more strength, recover faster, and improve athletic performance. Excited about this new diet, I dove straight in, eager to see the benefits. I was so excited that I actually experimented with it during the 2005 Nasdaq Open. On day one of the qualifying rounds, I played lights out, beating Jan Michael Gamble, who had a career high of number 14 in the world. My energy was good, and I stuck with this new diet routine of eating light during the day and heavy at night. Well, day two came and disaster struck. I was playing another talented player, Christophe Rochus from Belgium, who had a career high world ranking of number 38. I was playing lights out again, moving him all over the court and up 4-1 in the first set. And then I hit a wall. No energy, sweating profusely, no strength in my muscles, the hot Florida sun beating down on me. Turns out I had no energy stores left because I flat out wasn't eating enough food for breakfast and lunch each day. I was starving. I was lightheaded. I felt like I was going to pass out on the court. I had to end points early and just made stupid, unforced errors because I had bonked. I went down in flames, losing 6-4, 6-1. Needless to say, I was crushed, and I was beating myself up. I had the chance to qualify for one of the premier tournaments in the world, and I chose to play around with a weird diet that hurt rather than help my performance. And let me tell you, it's a lonely, frustrating feeling to experiment and fail, to lose matches because of a diet mistake that kept me from reaching my tennis goals. I know it seems obvious that I should have never tinkered with my eating plan during such an important event, but actually something really good came out of it. I decided at that very moment that I was going to stop trying such extreme diets. I'd also tried raw, vegetarian, and vegan diets and other nutrition plans while on the tour. And I decided to find common sense nutrition solutions instead that would give me the energy, strength, endurance, and recovery I was looking for. So even though I crashed and burned at the Nasdaq Open, it was a pivotal moment in my playing career where I decided enough was enough. From that point on, I continued to test and tweak with the goal to find the nutrition secrets that I could use and that I could share with people all over the world someday without going to such extremes. And over the years as a player and then as a high-performance coach, I continued to test out how I could crack the code on tennis nutrition until I found the common sense solutions that could work for me and for others. So if you're craving tennis nutrition expertise and solutions, then you're on the right page. Now, can you imagine what it would be like if you had nutrition secrets that could help you play better, focus longer, prevent injuries, recover faster, get stronger, and just flat out feel better on the court when you practice and play your matches? How would that make you feel? What if you could get real live, tangible tips that you could implement into your daily life instantly? And tell me this, what would you want to learn about nutrition and performance? How about what to eat and drink before, during, and after your matches? What about what to put in your body during the all-important 30-minute recovery window? What about how to eat clean and healthy when you travel to tournaments? There's so much to learn, but it's nearly impossible to find all the answers in one place with all the misinformation out there and new diets that seem to come out every week, until now. So this is what's going to happen for you next. First, you're going to register below for a very special web class called the Tennis Nutrition Secrets. Second, you're going to need to block out a few hours to go through this training with me personally teaching you. I'm going to give you my tennis nutrition secrets broken down into a simple, well thought out, and organized presentation. And after the training is over, you're going to be armed with cutting edge nutrition information that you can take action on. And frankly, you can't find this information anywhere else. These are my nutrition secrets that have taken me years to uncover, and you get them when you're a part of the entertaining nutrition web class that I'm offering. And things get even better for you. I don't want you to have to pay anything until after the training is over and you get all the value that you deserve. Does that sound fair? Imagine going to a restaurant and only paying if you love the food, or going to a movie and if you disliked it, then you pay nothing. That way, there's no pressure to pay. And at the end of this training, you get to decide if you received the value from me that you deserved. Either you liked my web class and learned new strategies to help you with your tennis, or you didn't. It's really that simple. If you did, then do nothing and I'll bill your card just $97. If you didn't, then just email us and let us know, and you're not going to pay a dime. Do you know any other coaches that would be so bold to do this? So to get started right now, all you need to do is enter your credit card information to reserve your seat. But don't worry, you're absolutely not going to be billed for anything right now. But I do need to do this to be able to reserve your seat and to make sure you're actually going to show up. Then you'll have the chance to spend a few hours with me as I walk you through my tennis nutrition secrets. And then, at the end of this awesome event, I'm going to ask you if you got a lot of value learning my nutrition secrets to help you with your tennis so that you can maximize your performance. If not, then let us know by emailing us and you won't pay anything. If you enjoyed the event, however, which I feel confident you will, and you have at least learned some great nutrition tips and strategies for yourself and maybe even for your friends and family, then you'll do nothing and your card will be billed just $97. You really have nothing to lose. Does that sound fair? So this way you're getting the very best of everything that I know when it comes to tennis nutrition, which I'm so passionate about, and you'll leave the web class with valuable tips and strategies that you can use forever. And if for some reason you aren't able to attend my Tennis Nutrition Secrets web class, then don't worry. As long as you don't ask for a refund, you'll get a replay that you'll own forever. And like I said before, I've got your back. If you don't like me, my delivery style, or my cutting edge nutrition information for any reason, then it's not going to cost you anything. Does that sound good? Cool. Then scroll down to get started right now.